Godson across the belly. Devin Haney, Joseph JoJo Diaz. Agree to terms. It's getting close, y'all. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Listen, I don't know how you found this video, but somehow, some way, you arrived at the content. Help others find this content. I am the best in boxing. And that's all you have to do is leave me a comment, subscribe, throw a like on the video. Definitely throw a like on the video. It goes a long way. Now, ESPN is reporting that Devin Haney is in agreement, and it's getting close, y'all. Sources: Devin Haney, Joseph Diaz have agreed to a lightweight title fight December 3rd or 4th in Las Vegas. Contracts not signed, but should be completed in the coming days. Massive 2-week stretch for Eddie Hearn and DAZN in a loaded 135-pound division with Teofimo and Camboso on November 27th. Beyond that, I mean, the reporter is focusing on that, but if you look at it, in or around that division, you would have, if this goes down, you have Teofimo Camboso's November 27th. On a Friday or Saturday, Devin Haney, JoJo Diaz, but that's on December 3rd or 4th. And on December 5th, on a Sunday, you got Rolly and Gervonta Tank Davis. So that's crazy for the boxing fans. That's crazy. You know, it'll be jam-packed full of fights. We'll be closing the year strong. Now, I did reach out to my sources that actually confirmed. They said that contracts aren't fully signed and all that, and that JoJo has to sign. JoJo, he spoke on his stance. Let me get to it. Joseph JoJo Diaz Jr. says, Devin, he want a rematch clause in there. That's why it's taking so long to get done. But we'll give him the beating twice if he want it. I'm making sure this fight happens for the fans. Boom. Now the thing is, Eddie Hearn is the guy working with Devin Haney and Devin Haney Promotions, and he damn near puts a rematch clause in all of his fights. So I wouldn't necessarily attribute that to Devin Haney, because he made it sound like Devin Haney wants it because he's afraid, but that's standard practice with Eddie Hearn. Like Shannon Courtney, she just lost to Mitchell, and she had a rematch clause, and that was a fight that it wasn't even really a big fight like that. You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua, both of his losses, Ruiz, and then also his fight with Usyk, where he just recently lost. He had a rematch clause in there as well. So that's just standard practice with Rematch Room and Eddie Hearn. So I'm not really tripping off that. What I am tripping off of is pressure. Godson across the belly. The pressure bursts pipes when it comes to boxing. And, you know, I give props to Eddie Hearn. If he can get this over the line, that'll be good for his schedule. DAZN, they need American fights, in my opinion, because like Mikey versus Sandolph or Sandals, that's not it. Devin Haney versus JoJo is a very good fight. And then Teofimo Camboso is an anticipated fight. So I give props to everybody involved. Listen, when people in boxing get it right, you get credit from me. It's that simple. I'm a man, you know, and I want what's right for this sport. Devin Haney, you got to give him a lot of credit. He really pushed for a top name, and he might have somebody cornered in Joseph JoJo Diaz. In my opinion, there was a lot of pressure for Joseph Diaz to take this fight. Not even just him, because JoJo Diaz, for his part, he showed to be a warrior. A lot of guys didn't want to fight Javier Fortuna, things like that. So he's a warrior, but you know how boxing works, the politics. Golden Boy. I think more than JoJo Diaz as an individual, the pressure was on Golden Boy to make this fight, because De La Hoya, he lost Canelo Alvarez. That goes without saying. That's a huge hit. Everybody knows that Canelo is important to boxing, and that was Golden Boy's biggest earner. So to lose him, I guess the second place person behind him would be Ryan Garcia. And you look at how his career has been. It's been slow developing. People just gave him props in January for beating Luke Campbell, and then all of his momentum has slowly been stifled throughout the rest of the year, from pullouts to anxiety to whatever's wrong with him, broken rib. I forgot what they said is his hand or whatever, you know? So Devin Haney came in and pretty much spoiled the party. He spoiled the party because Golden Boy preferred, Oscar told you, he preferred to make the fight with JoJo Diaz and Golden Boy fighter Ryan Garcia and keep that all in-house. Now, again, Devin Haney has an opportunity to try to crush a Golden Boy fighter. Devin Haney's last fight, if you remember, he fought against Jorge Linares, who was with Golden Boy as well. And De La Hoya was front row, and he was the co-promoter for that. So Devin Haney completely bombed on Linares and beat him fairly easily. I know a lot of people keep talking about the last little 10 seconds. I mean, it was a nice disguised combination. Devin got clipped, he ate it, and he did what champions do. And he got back to his game, and he didn't even go down. Like, I really don't understand why people are making that into the biggest thing, you know, in boxing. Oh, Devin, he was hurt. Linares got Campbell and he dropped him. Linares dropped Lomachenko and they fell on they bottoms, you know what I'm saying? They fell on their butt and nobody made a big deal. Devin Haney, if we're really being real, Devin Haney as a totality, round after round, he beat them easier than Lomachenko. Lomachenko, you could argue who was up on the scorecard when Lomachenko fought Linares, right? There was no argument if Devin Haney was ahead when Devin Haney fought Linares. So I really don't understand, other than haters, I don't understand why people keep talking about that particular moment. But nonetheless, Devin Haney has pushed for the bigger fights, Teofimo, Ryan Garcia. Those didn't happen for obvious reasons. And it looks like JoJo Diaz could happen. But in my opinion, I think Golden Boy was pressured by my channel and others speaking the truth and speaking out on boxing. And that just put such a precedence on this fight. They can't wait around for Ryan Garcia. Eddie Hearn stepped up to the plate too and put pressure on him. Let me give Eddie Hearn credit for this. Eddie Hearn said he matches the information publicly came out through ESPN how much JoJo Diaz was gonna get for Ryan Garcia. So Eddie Hearn heard of that and said, yo, we can match this. We would like this fight. We would love this opportunity for my fighter, Devin Haney. We'll match that. So Eddie Hearn put a lot of strong pressure on them too, because if JoJo Diaz and Golden Boy didn't take the same money, then are you really looking out for the best interests of your fighter if for the same money he could fight Devin Haney and not be inconvenienced because Ryan pulled out and said he's out for 2022. So you can't really wait in that situation. But I'll leave y'all with the excerpt where Eddie Hearn and Devin Haney put a lot of pressure on JoJo Diaz, and it looks like it's paid off. Subscribe to my channel if you love the content and you want more boxing news. This is your one-stop shop. And I'm
aggressively pursuing a fight with Joseph Diaz Jr. since Ryan Garcia was forced to pull out of the fight scheduled for November 27th. Where do things stand in your mind with a JoJo Diaz fight?
I mean, I feel like that's the fight to make. He's my mandatory. He doesn't have a fight or opponent. I don't have an opponent. It all aligns. We sent him an offer today, so we'll see what happens.
Eddie, do you think you've done as much as you can to get JoJo Diaz in the ring with Devin Haney?
I mean, you called it. You know, he's chasing these guys. You know, you've got a WBC world champion here. You've got guys who are taking final eliminators to fight him. You know, and then he gets offered the Ryan Garcia fight for a lot of money. We stepped up to the plate. We offered him the same amount of money. No excuses. The only reason you turn down the fight is because you know you can't beat Devin Haney, right? So let's just get this straight with media, with fans. These guys, no one's calling the name of Devin Haney. Do you believe you can beat him? If so, get in the ring with him. You've got a truckload of money. You've got no fight scheduled. You've got a chance to win the WBC World Lightweight Championship. Put pressure on him, people. You know, because this is the best lightweight in the world, unquestionably. Teofimo Lopez is here tonight. We're going to end the year with a big bang in the division on DAZN. But what is going on? The only way you do not accept this fight is if you do not believe you can beat this man.
All right, just to be clear on a couple of things. One, you said the exact same amount of money that JoJo was offered and accepted to fight Ryan Garcia.
Correct.
JoJo has also said to Devin, send the contract. Have you sent a formal
No, because
offer?
we've made we've sent a formal offer to his management company and to Golden Boy Promotions. We're waiting to hear. There is no reason that fight cannot happen, and do not give this guy an easy ride. You've got a gentleman to my left who wants to be a great in the sport, who wants to be remembered for being involved in big fights. He would not turn down one opponent for December the 4th. Not one opponent. We have a chance here to make Devin Haney, JoJo Diaz in Las Vegas, December the 4th, MGM, Mandalay Bay. This is a great fight for the division. You've got all these great, tremendous young fighters in the division. We need to see them fight each other. And this man is willing to fight them all. In fact, I think the only one who is also willing to fight them all is here tonight as well, Teofimo Lopez. I truly believe...
I don't know about that. I can't say. I think he falls in line with the Ducks himself.
For now, let's not make excuses. JoJo Diaz, you can't go run. You know, this is a good guy. This is a great fighter. This is a guy who has heart, who has pride. Right now, you're going to look real bad if you do not accept the same offer you was getting to fight Ryan Garcia. You know, and the only way you wouldn't do it is if you truly don't believe you can beat him.
Devin, what is your message to JoJo Diaz?
Let's make the fight happen, you know. It's all lines. Man, the fans want to see it. The world wants to see it. Let's make it happen. December the 3rd, December the 4th, whichever one, doesn't make a difference. I'm ready to go. Let's make it.